Hi everybody, it's Kirsty from Lifting Consciousness here. I hope you're doing really well wherever you are in the world. Well, we've only got a few more days left of Mercury retrograde. Thank goodness. It's been so intense and I hope you're all doing really well. I'm sure a lot of you watching that have resonated with the intense energy that's been going on. Certainly for this Mercury retrograde, it feels like it's been more intense than other ones. Then I'm sure you're nodding away because you can resonate with it. So hold the faith, hold your light, a few more days to go, and then of course it's post shadow phase, so the energy will still be lingering for a bit, but yeah, we would have made it through, thank goodness. So I'm just jumping on today, a quick Sunday spiritual message. We're going to look at what cards come out as an overall theme just to kind of discuss today and see what comes through. So let's have a look at the energies. Interestingly, when I was doing a sort of pre-shuffle, and I did a collective message earlier, and the Emperor in reverse showed himself, and he showed himself again just now in reverse. So that might be a sign of needing to step into the more divine masculine qualities. And we've all got divine masculine qualities within us, as well as divine feminine qualities within us, regardless of gender. So, and occasionally we're kind of working out how to balance the two qualities within. So there may be a message that the more masculine side needs to come through in terms of action towards passion, action towards, you know, being a go-getter, that courage within to actually do that. And of course it's major arcana energy, so I thought that was quite key how that's come through. So let's have a look, first of all, with the Power of Love activation deck. For the collective, obviously this is collective message coming through based on collective energy, so it's not going to resonate with everybody. Use your discernment as always. But let's have a look and see what the theme is. Let's just see. Okay, for the collective, please, Spirit, what do we have from the pure white light of unconditional love and divine source energy that the collective need to know for the Sunday spiritual message? That's interesting because that one flipped. Purpose, right, you possess the determination and dedication to consciously demonstrate love. Quite often we're seeking our purpose, we're seeking an understanding of what our purpose is, and just the very fact that we are being who we are is demonstrating that purpose. But often we are seeking what our divine purpose is. We know we're here for a reason, and we may not know or understand what that is because everybody's on different parts of their journey. We all ascend in different ways at different times. It's unique to us basically. So be interesting to see what tarot cards come out with that. But purpose, there is a sense of purpose or a need to establish a sense of purpose, or just recognizing from being you are kind of invoking that purpose and you're emanating that out. Again, relating back to that Emperor in reverse, perhaps there's a sense of needing to find the ego within, to be yourself, to be your true self, not to take it to the extreme of the kind of egotistical side. But let's have a look and see what the tarot has. So Lightseer's Tarot deck. For the collective today, for their Sunday spiritual session, Spirit, what do we have? Let's see. What do we have, please, for the collective's highest good? That one flipped out. Interesting. Two of Wands. That one also came up in the collective reading that I posted on my social media pages, but it was in reverse. Now, Two of Wands is all about making a choice. And in this deck, she's made her choice because she's holding on to one of the wands. In other decks, it could be seen as a portal because the character in the card is holding on to both wands, almost using both options as a portal to step through and to potentially discover purpose by doing that as well. But this is about stepping out of a comfort zone and taking a decision towards an adventure. And that adventure could be in love, it could be general. We'll see what else we have with it. Oh, we have the Magician. Yeah. Actually recognizing we've got the powers within us to create the reality that we desire. We've got the manifestation power within. Trust and faith, of course, comes into it, as well as surrender. But this is major arcana energy. We have the ability within us to manifest the desire that we wish, the reality that we crave in our lives, the adventure that we want to take. We have the power to manifest that, and it's believing in that. Of course, working with new moon energy is good for intention settings, but any kind of manifestation ritual or just having those affirmations to spirit, but believing and trusting and surrendering is important as well, obviously for the highest good. Let's see what else we have. Two of Wands and the Magician. Do we have anything else, please, from this deck for the collective for their Sunday spiritual session? Yes, we do. That is extremely interesting. Devil in reverse. Positive in reverse, because that is a sense of moving away from toxicity, moving away from toxic cycles, moving away from negativity, negative thought patterns, negative behavior, addictive behavior, anything that keeps us bonded or tied to something that is not serving us. But there's a sense of moving away from that. We can see in the upright here how this character here, who is obviously devil energy, has got this other person here tied up like a puppet. But in the reverse, that's positive. And it could be that making that choice with the Two of Wands to step out of a comfort zone, to step away from toxicity, is what's going to lead to the power of the manifestations that you wish to create the reality. And of course, King of Swords, which is in reverse on the bottom of the deck here, but the Fool is underneath. Interesting. So King of Swords is all about using that wisdom and that intelligence and clear communication to cut through to things, to be a leader in his own right, but to get what he wants by using that wisdom, intelligence and communication. It's in reverse, so that's obviously needed to take a leap of faith. To take a leap of faith towards the adventure in which you desire. Yeah, and sailing to calmer shores, Six of Swords. Allowing positive thoughts, because in this deck, the Swords energy is represented by the birds. So leaving the past behind, but allowing your positive thoughts to guide you, to move you into the direction that's going to be calmer for you. Again, taking that adventure, but towards something that's going to be smoother for you. And the need to embrace new beginnings. Birthing of new beginnings. And also it's interesting how this is the Empress in reverse, and I'd seen the Emperor in reverse, so that's obviously divine counterparts, because we've got divine masculine and divine feminine energy. There's obviously a need within to balance the divine feminine and divine masculine qualities. Okay, but very powerful. And yes, we have Page of Pentacles, which is all about a new stable beginning, fresh perspective on a stable beginning, an offering of a new beginning. But also what I see on this deck intuitively, I always see the Jupiter symbol in the pose. So that tells me about expansion, and we are actually now in a Jupiter retrograde. So it's a perfect opportunity to reflect on what we can look at from a different perspective in order to expand our horizons in that sense and truly utilize that that Jupiterian energy. All right, let's see what we have from the spirit messages. Actually, no, first of all, I'm going to take a card from the Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck. Okay, so for the collective for this Sunday spiritual message, what else do we have, please, from the Pure White Light? My nose is itching as well, so maybe there's something that's quite key. Oh, that one flew out. That one flew out, yeah. Facade. Okay. Shifting through illusions, but also because this represents solar plexus, so personal truth. It's allowing your truth to guide you, and to not be fooled under any illusions, to actually trust your intuition and trust your own personal truth and uphold those values. Because at the end of the day, it's all about perceptions. This is on the bottom of the deck. So perceptions, you know, how you perceive yourself to be, not what others perceive you to be. Being who you are will allow others to see who you are, but don't feel that you need to be something, certainly in matters of the heart, that is going to please other people, because we're all different. The best thing is to be you, because we're all unique. There's nobody else like you. I've said that in previous sessions with individuality that keeps coming up, this message from Spirit. But embrace the transformation that's happening within by making those choices, by moving away from toxicity. Anything that's attributed to toxicity can even be negative thought patterns, but moving away from that to take a leap of faith towards the reality in which you truly desire. Okay, spirit messages, let's have a look. Do you have a final message, please, for the collective? We do, because that one flew out. Okay. Study. Spirit has its own special way of letting you know that it's time to study again. From time to time, it's important to go back and learn, whether that's learning old things in a new way or learning something totally new. This is an opportunity to expand your mind. How interesting, because of the expansion that I mentioned with Jupiter, okay? And we've got transformation with the butterflies here as well. Also the blue in terms of communication when we saw the King of Swords in reverse. But study could mean literal study, but in terms of yourself, learning about yourself, discovering more about yourself, about what you want, what lights you up, what inspires you to move in the direction of that. And that could be in general terms or it could be in love. Recognizing what is true and right for you and not to conform to what other people expect of you, because their expectations are based on what they feel. They're unique just as you're unique. So it's recognizing what's right for you and actually following that path, because then you're being true to you, true to your soul. But learning, studying yourself, allowing that transformation, checking in with soul, checking in with intuition to understand that truly. See if we have anything else, because that one flew out. So there's certainly an opportunity to learn and to expand. So based on that Jupiterian energy, to actually allow yourself to expand in the areas that you wish, and the retrograde is going to enable you to discover that if you're open to it. And also receive, so being open to receive. You are a kind and loving soul who constantly reaches out and gives to others, but now it's time for you to learn again how to graciously receive. Just as with the ebb and flow of the tides, the art of giving and receiving is the natural law and order of the universe. Yes, and quite often we forget that, because if we're natural givers, we like to give, but there can be a tendency to overgive sometimes, and there needs to be balance. Of course, there needs to be balance. Just as I said about the divine feminine and divine masculine qualities within need to be balanced. Being open and receptive to love, giving from the heart, giving with unconditional love, but also being able to receive, because that shows you're acknowledging that you're worthy of love, and then in turn it gets reflected back to you with that energetic vibration. So that's very, very important as well, to be open to receive. And where it mentions ebb and flow, very interesting, because we are moving away from air energy into water energy with Cancer season now as well. So again, recognizing the emotions within, and in terms of just what makes you comfortable in that way, what makes you happy, what makes you feel at peace with your emotions. Okay. So quick session today, but just to put that message out there, but to recognise that we all have purpose, but it's often going within and discovering what lights us up, learning about ourselves, going with the flow as well, but recognising that choices do often need to be made. And if we're moving away from toxicity, negative thought patterns, processes, patterns, behaviours, addictive elements within our life, however that resonates, if we're moving away from that, that's positive, because we can then step into a new leap of faith, a new beginning, new expansive energy, but allowing us to actually recognise how and why we need to do that is by going within and learning more about ourselves and learning about what makes us tick in terms of our journey and our unique path, through which we then discover often what our purpose is by going within. Okay, and I'm actually just going to get another card from the Power of Love activation deck. Let's see, do we have another one from the Power of Love activation deck, Spirit, for the collective, please, today, to go with purpose? Yeah. I had a feeling that there was another message that needed to be channeled out, and that is transformation. And we've seen the butterflies on a couple of cards there, so that is confirmation of that, to embrace that transformation from moving away from toxicity and actually taking a leap of faith, stepping out of a comfort zone by making a choice towards an adventure that you want to go on, however that resonates for you. Okay, but using the power of love to move through illusions. Okay, move through any illusions by standing in your personal truth and shift into awareness and that expansive Jupiterian energy. Okay, using that retrograde energy wisely. Positive. I send you love, light and blessings, and if you'd like a particular topic to be discussed at any future Sunday spiritual session, then do put a comment below. Like, share and subscribe. I really appreciate your support. It helps spread the message out there into the collective, to spread that love, light and positivity out into the collective, which is very important, especially at this moment in time. And yeah, I send you all the best, and love, light and blessings to you. God bless.